Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Fields this way up at the 17.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Open man left side, it's the tight end Tunyon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. On play action, Rodgers. Now he's flushed out left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. On play action, now Rodgers. He hits Adams complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Josiah DeGuara. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun. First down and more for Jackson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. That was quite the call down around the goal line on 4th and goal.
Yeah, they fake the run, pull it out, throw it. And as a defense, I've been in that spot before, and we see it all the time. You almost have to overcommit against the run. You have to almost sell out and say, they're going to run it, go make a play. They got pulled on that one.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
From the 31, Rodgers. Caught by Cobb. Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay first.
So, Charles, this defense going to have its hands full all game long, you'd have to figure, facing the man second in the NFL in passing yards. What's the course of action here defensively?
Well, we all know that every down seems to have equal importance. But for this game, they're putting it all on 3rd down. Make sure they stop them there, get off the field, and that way they can turn the ball over to their offense and feel good about how this game's progressing.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, a 22. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And the Packers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second and 2. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now Jones. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
On second down, it's Jones. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Packers. Robert Tonyan with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. Now Crosby for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Packers 21, Ravens 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's got room. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? Be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. A gain of 6 there on first.
Complete to Rashad Bateman. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 17-yard line.
2nd and 4. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
And that's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
Mike, check, 59.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Packers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Open man, here is Cobb. And down to the 15.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. This is caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. He's going deep for Brown. And this will be caught at the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. On 1st down, Dobbins. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then dropped just inside of the 20.
It's a pickup of 6.
On 2nd down at 4. Jackson, quick slant to Brown. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. They go play action with Jackson. Rolling to his left. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Let's go one more. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Here we go. Mike 59. Mike 59. In your face.
Throwing is Jackson. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Letting one go deep for the end zone.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to take a shot for the end zone.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking for the end zone. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Packers 34, Ravens 7.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. This fielded right at the goal line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
And this one is incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. This taken in at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to
touchdown. Marquise Brown with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now down to 20. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. Here's Rodgers. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He's going to go up top again. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big pickup of 38. On first down, Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up, whether it's on your grease ball.
It got his man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now down to 20. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Play action. It's Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Mike, check, 59.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
59, Mark, check, 59.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On now is the Packers punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up first and goal at the 5.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make
And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game.
And the Packers use the short field to get in for 6.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 24.
Packers 48, Ravens 24.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 75 yards. And the Ravens cut into that lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Steps away to his left. He completes it to Jones. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Rodgers again now. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. He's got a man, complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the 1st down to go along with it. Now Rodgers. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Being chased out left. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
How about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignment. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Past the 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. That's tough there. Starting to mount a good drive. Quarterback lets his guard down for just a moment, and it's going to bite him.
And I was just about to remark how controlled the game they were here in this third quarter. But that return for 6 points, we now have the game again.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is shoving onto the field as they'll go for two. Jackson here is going to look to throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Baltimore, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And the pick six we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a two-possession game as they control their destiny in this fourth quarter. In to make the stop, Patrick Queen, the linebacker, the Ravens' leading tackler in 2020.
At the 25-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Rodgers. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. A give to Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down. 52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And that'll set them back 5. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Here's Rodgers to throw. Forced out to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps running.
Has been a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Hollywood Marquise Brown, 88 yards. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Tucker with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. To throw is Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and forever. On play action, it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And this is caught. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Rodgers going to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Jones. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at a fourth down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And this will be a touchback. As that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
Jackson to throw. That is caught. Rashad Bateman.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Jackson.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Throwing, Jackson.
Flushed out right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Now Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Jackson.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there.
not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And now they're an extra point away from winning this thing in the final seconds.
They got the dramatic score to tie the game here late fourth quarter. Now all eyes resting on the foot of one man.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Your brother called me before the game. That's his guy in fantasy. He needs this one badly.
So they're not home yet. Still a critical extra point here to break the tie. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. Right, and it caroms in. It's good. The kick is good, and that writes a crazy finish to this one. Well, Charles, it's